Welcome to my presentation on skills-based approach. Skills-based approach is a methodology centered on the development of a skill set throughout a lifetime. This includes education, job training, higher education, and later professional and career development. Skills-based approach is useful not only for students graduating from college, but also the broader sector of the workforce. Students without a four-year bachelor's degree, the new blue-collar worker. That's what this video is about. Blue collar, that's where the new jobs are. 2.5 million good paying jobs, 40% of all job growth. Perhaps the biggest obstacle is creating awareness these jobs exist to the impressionable late teenagers in high school. They also have to know that these jobs lead to a stable, well-paying career. Students should really consider these jobs with jobs they might get after receiving a four-year college degree. So first, you should probably define what the new blue-collar jobs are. A blue-collar job is any job not requiring a bachelor's degree. Also, blue-collar workers tend to focus on the breadth of their skill set and sometimes involves physical skills. Got to remove the stigma of the blue-collar work and class. There's a lot of good-paying, secure jobs out there. Plumbers, electricians, repairmen, web designers, computer technicians, network support specialists. They can make over $100,000 a year. They acquire skills and develop skills too, just perhaps different ones than the white-collar jobs. So here we're looking at some of the STEM blue-collar jobs. Computer support specialists, web developers, network support specialists, and all types of technicians. Blue-collar workers should consider fast-track programs. There are a growing number of fast-track programs, including micro-credential and nano-degree paths. An accountant can finish coursework and take the CPA in less than a year. Certification and license programs. A machinist can finish necessary coursework in 42 weeks. Bootcamp programs. Coding camps take less than 3 months. Apprenticeships. They get early exposure to applied learning and receive compensation for their work. Workers tend to have a lot of respect for these short two-year programs or professional training certificates. If you look at the graph, it's not far off even from a four-year degree. Moreover, 73% of workers say someone with less education than they could develop the skills and knowledge needed to do their job. Here, this shows percent of employees 25 or older with a license or certification by education level. And as you can see, there are quite a few associate degree holders, some college, no degree holders with certifications that they work with a license or a certification. Boot camps, what are they? They're rapid skill training, project-based approach, experiential learning, the applied application of skills, strongly connected to employability. After completing these camps, most of the students get employed. And all these themes and advantages are part of skills-based approach. This characteristic of supply and demand for practical skills for the industry and the emphasis on practical 21st century skills makes the bootcamp model that can be extended beyond tech. That's according to the World Bank blog. Apprenticeships, we're starting to see this now in the US. They've always been popular in Europe, and the Department of Labor recently announced $50.5 million to fund Apprenticeship USA state grants. What it does is allows mentor to pass on their methods and applied skills to their mentees. For skilled professions, it can be sometimes the fastest way to learn technical skills. Should mention that this notion of a blue-collar worker, anyone without a bachelor's degree, obviously a lot of these workers can later do white-collar work. For example, a young professional does coding boot camp and works on codes websites for a while. After years of coding experience and building those skills, they might have enough skills to compete for a white-collar job, like designing the application or managing a team of coders. Or a young professional may learn a skilled trade and then later become a business owner or supervisor. And again, accountants and medical professionals, a lot of them do not need a bachelor's degree, so fall under this delineation of blue-collar work, but really kind of intermix with white-collar work. Skills-based approach is a solution for addressing these fast-track programs. Skills-based approach is about moving through 4 stages and an evolving skill set. The advantage of the skills-based approach is its simplicity, adaptability, and longevity. I'm going to show you 2 examples of blue-collar workers using skills-based approach with their fast-track programs. First, in this example, I'm going to show you an electrician. As you can see here, this is an actual screenshot from skillsbasedapproach.com. You can see the list of skills that an electrician is going to need to build over education and an apprenticeship. And it shows you all the different skills, how they're assigned to the stages, and even how much time they're going to take. Here I actually show the 2 screenshots from the skills-based approach application. Obviously the big screen is what you would see on the website, and in the right corner you can see the mobile-friendly screen. You can see all the skills listed, and underneath you can see the tasks assigned to the different stages. For example, with electrical theory, the user is going to take 2 classes, do some work outside of the classroom, have an assessment mentor, learn a methodology, and validate those skills with a certification, license, and endorsement. And as he's working, he's going to learn to present those skills on a personal website and his LinkedIn profile. The advantage of skills-based approach is the user can create his own personalized plan by adding different tasks outside the prescribed required tasks by the course and the apprenticeship. Okay, here I show the example of a web designer. I show all the skills listed here. You'll notice some of the skills are related to exact programming language, such as HTML, ASP.NET, and SQL, CSS. But there's also soft skills and transferable skills that are needed as well, such as being able to multitask, stress tolerance, and active learning, attention to detail. Okay, here's another screenshot from the skills-based approach. Again, it shows the skills, the tasks assigned to stages. And in the big screen is what you would see on the website. And then on the far right, you see the mobile-friendly screen. And this could be simply move up and down on a smartphone and click on the task to see what they'll be doing. So it's very mobile-friendly as well. So the big conclusions are that we need to build awareness of these middle school jobs and about the paths to acquire them. And that's probably the biggest hurdle, because students in high school often associate success to going to college, getting a 4-year degree, and then getting a job. Students got to realize that there's also these jobs as well. They're high paying, stable, and some of them require quite a bit of skill. And I should also say, like we said before, that some of these blue collar workers might eventually become white collar workers. Students need to get the tools and to make this mature decision. And skills-based approach is helpful for that, because skills-based approach allows you to map everything out into skills and to make comparisons. We have to remove the stigma related to blue collar and the work. Finally, skills-based approach effectively works with the middle skill workers to plan, track, and acquire skills needed to be successful. You can follow the discussion online at the website www.skillsbasedapproach.com or the Twitter handle skillsapproach. You can contact me anytime to get a deeper presentation on this service. Skills-based approach is effective for all workers, but it's also it's a great way to make comparisons and find ways to effectively acquire skills in a fast, expedient manner, sometimes taking much less time than a 4-year degree requires.